Hey, Hillside. Well, first off, sorry, you're going to get another running analogy, but God speaks to us through where we're at and through what we do, and that's what I do. So that's where I see lessons or make links from real world to, spiritual connections. So that's what you get. So anyway, I am a little less than 2 weeks out from my next race. And so this is the time when you've gone through the whole training cycle and you're getting into the realm of like, okay, I know that I did all this training and supposedly I'm supposed to be able to then do this on race day, but I don't necessarily feel like I'm there or at that spot yet. Or, hey, I went through all this, like the pain of the training cycle and how it's designed, and I didn't necessarily it's hard to see the gains. But it's designed so that you kind of taper down at the end and you give your body then time to realize all those gains. And then on a race day, all of a sudden you see, all that, wow, look at what that pain brought. And so throughout the training cycle, basically you're exhausting your body, you're doing different things, and your body makes these micro adaptations along the way. And so it just makes these little adaptations to make your performance better and better through that pain that you're putting your body through. And now this is purposeful pain, I would say. This isn't like not all pain, makes these adjustments that makes you stronger. Like some pain is just not helpful, right? It sets you back. So there's a difference in these kinds of pains. But this is intentional pain designed to make you stronger, make those adaptations so that on race day, all of a sudden you go, wow, look at this. Look what I just did. I just did something I didn't know I could do. I've never been able to do before, right? And this made me think about pain. So that's physical pain, but pain in our spiritual lives. And C.S. Lewis said it this way. There's a quote. He said that pain is that God gives us, that because he loves us, he gives us a gift of suffering. C.S. Lewis wrote a book called The Problem of Pain. Very good. I would encourage you to read it. But one of the things he talked about in there is he said that pain is God's megaphone used or to rouse a deaf world. He said, you see, we are like blocks of stone out of which the sculptor carves the forms of men. The blows of his chisel, which hurt us so much, are what makes us perfect. So he equates pain as this tool that God uses to shape us, right? Make those adaptations to make us stronger and better, to make us perfect, to form us. And again, two types of pain, right? This is a specific thing to teach us things and make us better versus like an oppressive pain, say, of the enemy. I'm not talking about that kind of pain. And so sometimes when we're in those things like experiencing discipline or suffering or struggles, right? It's hard to see in the moment those adaptations or those things being built because they're so small or because you haven't had time to let it settle. And so like with running, you have to have like the recovery time to process it so your body can process the adaptations. So maybe it's that you haven't taken time to process that to grow, or maybe it's because they were so small you just haven't seen it because they're incremental, but they're preparing you for something that when that comes, you're going to say, wow, I am equipped to handle this bigger thing because I went through that, and that pain refined me and made me stronger and prepared me to do something I never thought I could do, or make it through something I never thought I could make it through, or impact somebody in a way I never thought I could, right? In Hebrews 12, verse 11, the author writes, for the moment, he's talking about discipline and how our Father disciplines us like we had an earthly father, disciplines us there for reasons. And he says, for the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. So this is our training plan, like my marathon plan, which you can see right here on the paper behind me. I've been crossing it off, right? Your training plan for righteousness. And so just to try to change your perspective or maybe look back at something that was painful and think, was this an oppressive pain, or was there something that was forming me, shaping me, and maybe I need to take time to process that and realize those gains and get excited for what God's going to then be preparing me to do through it, the fruit that will come with it. So that's my encouragement for you today, and I'll see you next time, Hillside.